So your lungs are the most famous part of respiratory system, but they are not the only one part which helps in respiration. In fact, every breath travels through several organs before reaching the lungs. So let's discover each part one by one in the topic human respiratory system. Breathing involves inhalation and exhalation, and this inhalation exhalation they make possible this exchange of gases. So when inhalation is done, it takes in oxygen, and when exhalation is done, it removes carbon dioxide, and this is how these two gases are exchanged between the body and the atmosphere. And this is how this human respiratory system, it helps the human beings to breathe, and it also helps in exchange of gases. Human respiratory system. Human respiratory system consists of nostril, which is the entry point for air. After nostril, we have the cavity inside the nose, which is known as nasal cavity. Nasal cavity filters, warms and moistens the air. Nasal cavity has small hair-like structures which filters the dirt from the air. This nasal cavity, it will warm the air and it will bring the temperature of the air to the temperature of the body, and it will also moisten the air. So if the air is dry, it can damage the inside organs and cells of the body. So it will also moisten the air. Next, after nasal cavity, we have the pharynx region. This pharynx region, also known as throat, it is the common passage for air and food. After pharynx region, we have the larynx region, which is also known as voice box. This voice box, it produces sounds when air passes through it. Then we have windpipe, which is known as trachea. This windpipe, it carries the air to the lungs, and it is supported by the C-shaped cartilage rings. This trachea, it divides into further two branches, where each branch enters one lungs. These branches are known as bronchi. Further, these branches, they divide into more smaller branches. These smaller branches, they are known as bronchioles, and these bronchioles, they distribute air within the lungs. At the end of these bronchioles, there are small sac-like structures which are known as alveoli. These alveoli, they are site of gaseous exchange. This alveoli, this is the bigger view of the alveoli. This alveoli, they are rich in blood vessels which are known as capillaries, and this blood capillaries has blood inside it. So what happens in this alveoli? The air has reached inside the alveoli, so the oxygen from this alveoli, it will enter the blood, and the carbon dioxide from this blood vessel, it will enter the alveoli, and further this carbon dioxide, it will be exhaled out from the human body. So this is how this alveoli, they act as site of gaseous exchange. And these main respiratory organs, which are known as lungs, they contain this millions of alveoli. Below the lungs, there is a muscular sheath which is known as diaphragm. This diaphragm, it helps in inhalation and exhalation by changing the volume inside the lungs.